Recently, I have joined the ranks of eligible, and maybe not so eligible, bachelors. We dated a girl for almost 6 months and gradually grew apart. We parted without nerves or complaints. They collected every single thing they owned and ate from the apartment they were renting together. I moved to a new area. I admit, something worries me. As soon as I look at social networks, I see photos of my ex with a new guy. Either they are at the cinema, or they are splashing around somewhere, and so happy and smiling. No, I'm not jealous at all, and I'm even happy for her. I'm just upset that everything has worked out for my ex, and I've been single for 3 months now, and only my friend Slavic sometimes comes to visit me, play football, and sip beer. It's already spring outside. Couples have climbed onto the benches, are sitting, cuddling, and I walk past them and am angry that there is no one to hug. On one of these days, I lazily walked out of the entrance to go to the stall. I have a large yard. By the time you walk around the house, you will already meet a dozen loving couples. I looked around and felt so sick, lonely, or what? I realized that my destiny is not looking for me. Well, at least meet someone, go to a restaurant, talk, smile, I said to myself, turning to the stall. I only managed to take a few steps when I saw that a document cover was lying on the asphalt. I picked it up, opened it, and there was my license and passport. Well, it's literally a jackpot for a criminal. I scrolled through, looked at the model of the car, looked around and saw something similar moving at the end of the yard. There was no point in screaming or running, so I continued scrolling. It turned out that the rights belonged to the girl, a very nice young lady. I even smiled, looking at her photo, and walked to the address not far away. Yes, we should return it. And such a beauty too. God, is this really a sign? What if she is lonely and waiting for her night with documents? I returned home to get my car keys, looked at myself in the mirror and decided to put on a more substantial jacket. I combed my hair and went to return the loss. If she's lonely, I'll invite her to a cafe. But if she's not, well, that means it's not a sign and it will be very sad. I went up to the first floor and rang the doorbell. A young guy appeared on the threshold. That's all. Married. It flashed through my head. No restaurants for you. But he did a good deed. In the next world it will count. Good afternoon. These are apparently yours. I handed over the documents. The guy opened them, glanced briefly and began to thank them. Thank you very, very much. It takes so long and difficult to restore them. This is not the first time they have been lost. And you are a good person. Thank you very much. Where did you find it? I named my area. The guy asked for clarification, and I indicated the address of the house. Here we go. It was with great difficulty that he restrained himself from swearing, and just then the girl came out into the corridor. So your Oleska is also a manicurist, the guy shouted, throwing documents towards the girl. This is the first and last time you say it, right, creature? The situation changed extremely quickly. Everything suddenly turned upside down. I hurried to leave. Wait, I'm sorry for witnessing this. You can wait for me downstairs. Please. I shrugged my shoulders, walked out of the entrance and lit a cigarette near my car. Screams could be heard from the window. The couple was quarreling heavily. Only fragments of phrases flew through. But from the first question to her, I already approximately understood what was going on. I admit, I felt a little ashamed. I wanted what was best. I had already finished smoking when that guy came out holding a bottle of whiskey in his hand. Here, take it, please. A sign of gratitude for the documents. And for the truth. There was expensive alcohol in my hand. And so everything is clear, right? The guy turned to me and, without waiting for an answer, continued. Her ex lives in this house. They broke up more than a year ago, and then suddenly I recently found out that she visited him. Can you imagine? Well, I raised a scandal. Wanted to kick her out. But she asked, this is the first and last time. Error, and that's it. Well, I fell for it. And then it turned out that she went to see him again, or maybe more than once. Yes, people don't change, and those who betray once will betray again. The guy sadly lowered his head. but then pulled himself together. Thank you again. I will finally put an end to this relationship. Sorry if we scared you. I'll go get her things and let her clean up. When the guy disappeared into the entrance, I got into the car and thought, in fact, now she is free. She can wait for her and invite her somewhere. Well, or vice versa. Give me a ride to my ex, especially on my way. Then he dismissed these thoughts and went home. On the way I called a friend, Slavka. Well, today is such a day. I helped get back what was lost. Almost met a beauty. Broke up a couple and found some great whiskey. I'm waiting for you to visit if you want a glass and details. Like this. I almost met a beauty, hoping that she didn't have a boyfriend, but it turned out that she even had two of them.